Yes, continue this post. Um, there's a cathedral from France, actually, and there are also some other photos. I will show them to you. Um, look how extremely wisely created cathedral is this. How it was built. Look, this can be only built by the help of a machine. Um, I don't know, laser machine or light ray machines to build this much greater building cathedral. Never mind. This is Amiens Cathedral in France. Romanesque cathedral was built to replace it between 1137 and 1152. Though there is no evidence to support that a church was there beforehand, a fire destroyed the Romanesque cathedral in 1218. Wow, surprise, a fire. Construction supposedly started in 1288, ended at the beginning of the 14th century and the 16th century. The cathedral suffered damage from fires, windstorms, um, and the explosion of a nearby powder mill. Without major damage, it also underwent several modifications to accommodate changing styles. A new rose window, 18th century. 18th century architectural modifications were made to comply with new doctrines. Then with the French Revolution, um, it sustained more damage. The north window has a lovely symbol on it. They are not worshipping goodness, the people that placed in the 14th century. Wow, that's a good quote. They are not worshipping goodness. That's also a quote that I mostly like. I really liked it actually. So this is, as you guys can see, a throne. So here you can see, yeah, I can understand. Here you can see the uh, upside down, the star of Satan pentagram. It looks like, what's with the satanic pentagram? Interesting. You see that? It's from Amiens Cathedral, and they say we are um, worshipping goodness, but actually they are uh, have this figure in their cathedrals. See, there's another picture from the outside of the cathedral. Yeah, it's barely, it's visibly the satanic pentagram. Um, so it's a Tartarian building here. You see the Russian texts here. So it's from Belgrade, Nova Bureau de Poste Alagar. Um, that's how they are brutalists at their finest. Look how they deconstructed the actual building by this to this. It was damaged in 1944. Where, by who? Moscow. it was in Moscow. Okay. Belgrade post office actually. No, it's Belgrade. No, yeah, it's Belgrade. Yeah. Either everyone likes to live like a mouse or some catastrophe happened. So it's in Georgia. No one would live in those small um, houses. No one would rather choose this. But I think, and this post also says that some catastrophe happened in the back in the history. So it's from Georgia, it's from Turkey, it's from China, it's from Bulgaria, it's from Vietnam, and it's from Peru. Really interesting, right? From all over the world, you can see this. What does this mean? Why small holes to hide from flood? Tall looks melted, very clearly melted. I have heard theory from coworker that when magnetic poles flip, you lose a lot of the atmospheric protection from the sun's UV rays. People have to get into caves and start making art during the day when the sun is out. The last magnetic pole flip was also conveniently aligned in the date range of a surge of cave art worldwide. Possibly, but dating methods are very off and it happens more frequently than you know. Saint Anne's Valley from İzmir, Turkey. Buried history. So look at the picture from the up to the bottom. It is really damaged and look, it's most part of it is lost of this bridge. Yeah, it was very interesting. To build a roadway, biblical flood, because they wanted to build a freeway through that space. Doesn't look like the same part of the bridge. Monastery in Coimbra, Portugal. Mosterio de Santa Clara a Velha, built in 1283. Velha means old. Santa Clara, old Santa Clara. Unearthed to discover and lower level. I think there is another level below that. A whole courtyard was discovered. Story is that it was built back in the day by a river that kept flooding. Eventually, another monastery was built nearby in 1677, and this one was left abandoned until 1995 restoration. I don't think the river was overflowing. I think there was a flood or two. So here you can see, guys, um, it's on the water level. You see the water level, and as in this picture, you guys can see the bottom side of it. It is much more deeper. So Here are some giant faces. What would you do if one of these started moving and become more animated? I say more animated because rock moves, it's alive. We just don't live in one consciousness long enough to see it. They are visibly the giant heads. Looks most the same, mostly. It seems in most ancient writings except Hebrew, the giants were basically thought of positively. Okay, this video was all by those posts. All in all, it was a good series of posts to contemplate about the old world and resets. Thanks for listening.